voting is going on now in Greensboro for the July 26th election. In a city of almost 300,000 people, only 7,000 have voted so far.
Don't let other people decide your fate. Go vote to be counted.
And welcome back. We are wrapping up our conversation with the candidates for Greensboro Mayor. Our last question today is really the most direct.
And because of that, it will be 1.5 minutes each with no rebuttal time and follow-up. Councilman Outland, we're going to start with you. Why are you the best candidate for mayor?
I deeply love Greensboro. It's at the core of who I am in every significant way. My wife Cora and I met as teenagers at UNC Greensboro. My mother is an Aggie alum. After graduating law school from Duke University, my wife and I are raising our children here who attend Jones Elementary in the Warnersville neighborhood. I'm also an attorney at a wonderful law firm here. As someone who's molded by Greensboro, I know that our potential is limitless and we have assets that include some of the best colleges and universities in the state. But the gap between Greensboro and our peer cities is wide, and it's getting wider year after year. Also, the gap between East Greensboro and West Greensboro is wide, and it's getting wider every year as well. We need to have bold, visionary leadership that focuses on not just talk and painting a rosy picture, but action in creating a reality that matches our potential. By doing things like providing support to the police department, both in election years and outside election years. Like providing repairs directly to property so that they're in safe, habitable, and on the rolls to be affordable housing. Doing things like holding property owners accountable when they keep their property in a blighted condition. And don't do things like accepting $500,000 settlements or wiping away $500,000 in fines from slumlords. We can do those things, but it takes a change from the status quo. We know what it's like to be a city that has the highest poverty of all major cities in North Carolina. We can change that.
All right, and so the same question to you. Why should you be the next mayor?
Well, thank you, and thank you for this opportunity for us to show our differences. You know, one thing that Mr. Outland continues to overlook is that in the 2000s, the Piedmont Triad, the city of Greensboro, we lost more net jobs than the entire state. We are in much better shape than many other cities who lost their legacy employers. That was certainly no fault of the mayor of that time or the governor of that time. We were really caught up in the vortex of NAFTA. We lost our Burlington Industries, Cone Industries, Guilford Mills. And we have really struggled to reinvent ourselves, and we have been successful at it. We have people from all over the country looking at us to see what is that we did, how we built that Aerotropolis out at the airport, how we were able to get the aquatic center in the middle of a recession, how we were able to build the Tanger Center and not put the burden on the taxpayers. We really are a role model in many ways. You know, a lot of cities who went through what we went through, they have yet to recover. So I have a track record of building collaborations, not only with communities and the business community, but my council members. You know, you have to be able to count to 5 and get 5 council members to go along with you. And I know that I've been able to do that. My opponent, he's been sitting on council for 7 years.
All right. That is the bell. We do want to remind everyone that the key voting dates, early voting is underway right now. You have until Saturday at 3 to get to a polling location. You can register on site if you're voting early. You cannot do that on Election Day, and that's in 6 days. Election Day is July the 26th.
And do not forget, this election also has 5 separate bond items on the ballot, altogether totaling $135 million. It could impact your property tax too. So it is very important to make your voice heard.
Thank you both for coming on.